All right, so we are October 21st, 2020. It's October 21st, 2025. And we've got a quorum here, so we'll call the Northumberland County Economic Development Commission meeting to order. And we have our quorum. Thank you. Agenda review. Any changes to the agenda?
Nope.
Oh, all right, so we're going to dispense with Robert rules in that. All right. I'll take a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Done. Meeting notes. Since we did not meet in September, we're looking to approve the meeting notes from the August meeting. I will take a motion to approve the meeting notes from August.
I make a motion that we approve the August meeting notes.
I wasn't here. Well, I guess I wasn't. Oh,
Right, but they were sent out for review. So yeah, okay. So any discussion on the notes? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Done. All right, Commissioner's Corner. Let's start on this side first.
There's nothing that I have at this time. I asked the questions regarding the rebuild market. And of course, we have another business that's closing, which is Triple B. So I'm just looking at the businesses, and we're getting into the winter months. That's coming as well, so I doubt if anybody will be opening or starting anything new, but that's all I had is, what's happening here.
You said the Triple V is closing too?
Yeah, Triple
Yes,
B's
Triple B, yes.
They're going
yes,
into retirement.
Yes,
That
I think it's in
my
November. Yeah, November will be.
They had an offer, but I don't know to okay. So see what happens there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I have not heard yet. I had one inquiry from the lady who wanted to open the daycare in Burgess
Mhm.
about applying for the grant, but I haven't gotten any application from her or heard from her since then. So next time I see her, I'll ask her if that's something she's still interested in doing. And I don't think there's any other new. Oh no, I have a new dentist. So what? There's a new dentist that's opening in Burgess.
Yes, I saw the sign.
So that we've got another new business in town from that. And then I think that's probably all I'm aware of in my district.
And we have interest in a vacant campground in District 5.
Yay!
Yeah, it used to be quite the place. I parked my boat at the marina across the creek from it. And it's been vacant for a while. It turns out that the couple that owned it, they moved on to greener pastures. And it's been sitting there vacant for quite some time. A couple of years ago, there was somebody that had expressed some interest in it, but that seems to have gone bye-bye. And so I'm happy to work with the folks that have expressed some interest in it and help them navigate through the lack of information.
And where is that located, actually?
If you go down 360 and turn left on Sunnybank Road,
Okay.
just keep following it. There's a road called Campground Road.
Mhm.
That's where it is.
Okay.
Well, let's woo them as much as we can.
Yes.
I don't know what we can
And
do.
and I'm encouraged because every interaction with the guy has an energy to it, an enthusiasm. So I think good things are going to happen.
Good. Well, good. Yeah. With the optimism. Okay. Anything else in District 5? Okay. All right, Executive Director items.
Good evening. With respect to the Main Street review, I have a packet that I want to give to you and Drew for your first review. I'll tune it up, finish it up by Thursday. Basically, it's just a way forward, what I think we should do next. And also I'm going to look for your guidance is what we need to do, whether or not we have to, how we have to go forward to proceed, to get permission, to get the authority to do it. So I'll get that up to you Thursday.
And everybody's had a chance to review it. It's been out there for a couple months, so.
Yep.
Got some stuff in. Thank you.
I wanted you two to look at it first, and then I'll release it again to the rest of the commissioners.
Right, but we've already had one round. It's been.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. That part,
We've
yeah.
already had one round.
With respect to the comprehensive plan review, I sent an email today that an update was provided. That's the update that's been sent to the state for review and approval. With that, I'm also tweaking the initial analysis that I did for updating our strategic plan based on that information. Web stats, still work in progress with Robert. He's got our analytics page set up. We just got to connect our videos, these recordings, to that actual page that he has set up. It's
Okay.
just he and I, we've been missing each other, and I haven't put that much focus on this.
Okay.
Lisa Hall reached out to me, and she was able to obtain funding for the Howland Church and Schools to be able to get the heritage sign.
Excellent.
Yep. So she's working right now with Algeria to be able to finish the paperwork and finish the write up the narrative that's going to go with
Oh,
the
that's great news.
history. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's great. Just a little confirmation. I'll talk to you offboard on making sure that Howland's going to be able to take care of the maintenance.
Right,
For
and
the
that's what,
ongoing, yeah.
Algeria said that the church should be able to take care of it. But she will also, this homecoming this weekend, Sunday, so she'll be bringing them to the church.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my gosh, that's great news.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I spoke with Ms. Hendrickson from Northumberland High School. She's not looking to do a career fair until spring of 2026. So we have time for that. She's not going to do anything this fall.
Okay.
No more information yet. They're getting all started up, so she's got some time to.
So we're on the ground floor on that. Yeah.
Met with Paul Kaufman over at the Chamber of Commerce Satellite Office, which used to be Bobby's Marina off of 200. And we had a good discussion. I shared the slides that we presented to the Board of Supervisors, telling them here's our focus for the year. I promised I'd get back to them and meet with them regularly so we could continue to have dialogue.
Did he give you the report of how to
I
use the
did
money,
mention to them about,
which is required by the county guidance?
I did mention that, and I told them that we really need it. So I will follow up with them on that as well too. Met with them in September 25th. Talked with the citizen who's interested in pickleball and tennis courts. She wanted a meeting with us, but I said, let's hold off. We're not ready. The purpose of her meeting was to be able to see what kind of properties are available for them to be able to set up a pickleball. So we're just not quite there yet. We're doing a comprehensive review of the plots that we own right now. And at the same time, there's some legwork that I was asking her to do, working with the Northern Neck Yacht, the Northern Neck Racket Club. If you'll recall, so Northern Neck Racket Club is being run out of ICYCC, and the Tennis Pro is helping set up the pickleball and tennis courts, 6 pickleball courts, 6 tennis courts, about 7 square acres is what he says is the land usage is going to be needed. But that's for the Lancaster chapter, if you will. And what we propose to Marion is start up the Northumberland chapter of the Northern Neck Racket Association. And then that way you guys could have inter-rivalry competitions, but it's something you guys need to manage, something that we're not.
Yeah, it's not something we'll be able to put
Involved
together.
Did they understand that?
It's worth repeating.
Okay.
Yeah, I
sounds good.
think there may be the impression.
And that's kind of what my point was earlier.
Yeah.
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 It's very delicately.
Last night I went to the Northern Neck Planning District Commission meeting at the Tides Inn. Something I didn't know, maybe you all did, is purpose of it was for them to give us a little update on what they're going to do, and they're going through major renovations. So it'll be closed from December 1st through April 1st of next year. They currently have 100 units, and they're going to do away with the one when you first come into the Tides Inn on the left-hand side. They'll do away with that, so they'll be left with 70 units. But major overhaul, major renovations that they're doing, a lot of investments they're putting into the property. They've got a brand new 10-month-old in the job is their CEO, the COO, and there's another individual as well. And he took us for a walk around the tour around the property to show us their living shoreline, which is pretty interesting. They're going to start raising their own oysters. I think they're called widgeons or something like that. Because it's named after the first type of grass that grows once you have nitrogen removed from, I can't believe I remember this, nitrogen removed from water to allow growth, grass to grow, which is good purification.
Now, will they be open for Taste by the Bay?
There is no more Taste by the Bay. The chamber doesn't do that anymore. They have something they replaced it with and it's not,
Okay, because I thought it ties in.
but the Lancaster Chamber doesn't do Taste by the Bay anymore.
Okay.
They stopped it. Last year was last year. This year, there's another thing they're doing, but I can't remember what it's called.
Okay,
And I'm not sure if it's at Tides Inn or not either. I don't remember that part.
okay.
Virginia 250, there's a meeting between Virginia 250 Commission and Small Business Administration. Basically, they're discussing the different grants that are available. I believe I sent you all the packet or the information about that. I also provided a copy of the Chamber of Commerce, so they could be able to
Yeah, that'd be
review
great
that.
for them to push it out.
Yep, and then we also posted it in our EDC site as well.
Thank you.
I think it's important we just get that as much as possible. They were even advertising competition that whichever county gets the most businesses to sign up for the kit and be able to advertise and put the Virginia 250 logos, whatever, in their businesses, there will be some type of award. Don't know what it was, but I'm more interested in businesses getting something out of the Virginia 250 other than an award.
Yeah, they need the grants, but I went to the Department of Agriculture in Gloucester and they have the signs up because, you know, the government is closed. So because there were people that were inquiring about help there and different block grants even for Gloucester, but I don't know what they, even with the Virginia 250, are the funding coming? Because I even hear that, you know, Bay Agents funding is,
Yeah, I'm not sure how that funding is.
yeah.
I really don't, yeah. I understand it's not much.
No.
Today, this is a handoff, but before I hand off to Drew, we had a meeting, Enterprise Zone visit. And in a nutshell, what came from that was these are properties that the Planning Commission has provided that are underutilized vacant properties.
Mhm.
The reason I wanted to make sure this was out to you is for awareness. And just so in case you have any other individuals that are looking for sites or looking for some type of a revitalization programs, if there's any candidates for that, these would be our top candidates to look for. That's all I have to say about that.
I just want to kind of piggyback on this. The list that Bob provided are ones that we identified that are in the established enterprise zones within the county. There are other properties throughout the county, not necessarily county owned, but it's privately held that could potentially qualify for some additional items. And I think there was another piece to this that Jeff Saparsky with DHCD works with some industrial revitalization programs fund, so like that Jeff can help
Okay.
find grants or loans for in situations outside of the enterprise zone. He was discussing some of those options for us as well. So it's some things that we're going to be diving into more and getting y'all more information on related to how we can try to better utilize the properties within the county already to get whether they're in an enterprise zone or not.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So in addition to that is, so we gave them this list and they were going after our meeting to go and just kind of like do a site recon, not at every single one, but just get a feeling of what they look like. And we asked them, you know, our wish list is, you guys have been all around the Northern Neck. If you see anything and you say, man, I saw this, something like this, and they did it in another county, and here's what they did, we'd love to hear those recommendations. To that point, Jeff asked about the church over by right around the corner here, and the comment was made that, you know, it's probably going to be difficult to do anything like that because the infrastructure is so old and dated, we don't know the state of repair. Well, Jeff's point was, don't let that be a discriminator. He said we could always look and see what's available out there to be able to not just handle the vacant buildings or the tattered buildings, but we could also see what could be done about the infrastructure. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's all I have.
Oh, that's great. Wow.
So that being the handoff and jointly held effort, you want to continue into. So yeah, and just the only other item I really wanted to provide an update was we're still working with NNDPC, Planning District Commission, and BIMS on the JPA for the dredging project for the Little Wacompa River. It's still a whole process that we have to go through just to get the JPA approved, so then we can move into seeking the funding to then take it to the next step, which would be to get it out to bid to get the project done. So it's still moving forward. It's just a long process.
I recall during the Board of Supervisors meeting where that was discussed, that we're looking at close to a 2-year time frame to get it all taken care of.
Yeah, because the application for to get the funding side of it, which we have to have in hand before we can even think about going out with and getting it out for bids. Yeah, it's not a.
It's not a trivial.
No, it's not a overnight flip the switch type thing.
And there was discussion regarding how difficult it is to have it on a regular schedule, because last time they did it, I was under the impression that it was on a regular schedule, that they would be doing it on a 10-year heartbeat. And at some point, I had to contact the local congressman. I think his name was McDougal. Anyways, and nothing, crickets. So apparently that's not a possibility.
And it's a federal channel, so it falls under Army Corps of Engineers. It also falls under Coast Guard. So you have Baltimore District and the Norfolk District, because where it comes out, it's where the districts collide, overlap, how you want to say it. So you have to get input from both sides of that. So it's a lot of strings to pull. So it's a very tedious process.
Well, thank you for doing it.
So just wanted
Definitely one with some economic impact.
yes, so that's why I wanted to highlight that. But that's everything I have right now for updates.
All right. So for current projects, I think we've already talked about, we're not going to pull off any kind of job or anything this fall. That's not going to happen. I've not updated the analysis on the sales tax because there's nothing else that needs to be done on that. That was for information. We know where we're at with what kind of taxes are collected. We're not going to business our way out of any spending hole here. So regardless of what happens with bringing in new businesses, that's not going to be a significant amount of new tax revenue. Hopefully it would drive more people to come in, right? But I like this list of, the underutilized businesses, because I think that's a good one. What I'm not sure about, and Robert, I'd love for you to get some advice from other counties our size that have an economic development commission, not an authority, in terms of what's the best way to make the county, make people aware that we have these buildings and opportunities. So for the guy with the campground, he was driving his boat by and he's like, hey, let me check up on this. So we had the information sheet we could send him, right, which we did, and then offer a meeting so we can start working people. So are there places where we need to put our information sheet, where we can put a list of properties, where we can say we're an economic development zone? So what I'd like to find out is when Lancaster County is doing their work, what kind of network is there? Should we get a better network with the Virginia Chamber of Commerce, right? Not through our local chamber, but should we directly be interacting with them? Where is there, where can we best share information about Northumberland County so that people who are looking to invest might see it?
Yeah.
So those would be some questions that I think, and Lisa may have some of this, but I think maybe getting in touch with the Virginia Chamber of Commerce, or I'm not 100% sure how to do it, but if you could do a little bit of research and come to us with probably some ideas in the January timeframe,
Sure.
we could then look at other things that we might want to be able to attract. I know we still have to redo the applications for the loans. We still have to track down, getting that. That's been on my list for 2 years and I'm still lazy and I can't get it done. So for that kind of stuff, if we've got a little bit of seeding, but that's not enough money to start a new business. It's for help, but it helps improve what we have. So I think if there's that, so we still have that on the list. We've got the Virginia, the 250 and the Main Street, and then the Planning Commission. I've been trying to get a meeting with the head of the Planning Commission so that we can offer back to the Board of Supervisors. I want to go back to where they're selling the properties.
Okay.
Right, there's a hiatus on it now because we said we would analyze it, and you guys were taking the lead in that. We can't there's no matching grant funds until we have money from those properties sold. A couple of the properties that are on that list how you're gonna do anything with them because they're between other people's properties.
Right.
There's no access.
Like, there's one that comes.
So,
right off the
It
top.
doesn't, I don't understand why we would want to analyze whether or not we should parcel those out or keep them whole when you can't even get to them. So,
Yeah, I mean, if they're landlocked, we can. I mean,
right, but because that comment was made at the meeting where everyone was together, the board took action to not sell any properties until the planning commission and the EDC did their analysis and presented it back to the board. I would like to go back to, here's 6 properties or whatever it is, whatever the right number is. So I'm trying to get Garfield that we can then say to the board of supervisors, look, we're not even gonna look at these 4 because there's no
And say
point,
go.
right? Sell those. So that's what I'm trying to do with that, so that we can then look at,
I think we can do that.
I'm trying to do it already.
Okay.
Damn you.
Well, I'm fixing a mistake. So, so I want to get that back out there so the board doesn't say, how come, because it took forever to get that list together. And so if we know these, so all I'm waiting on is back word from Garfield, and I wasn't able to go to the meeting last night to actually connect with them. And then that would mean that it's the poorhouse, and I know we're already looking for what kind of grants we might be able to do to get someone to come in and do some planning, right? This is in the planning phase, but most of those are kind of matching, and so we need some of those funds to be able to do it. So I think, I don't want, it seems like we're caught in a do loop because of these properties, and I want to clear that out so that we can proceed with getting a planning grant, if you will, to take a look at what we could do with the poorhouse tract. And maybe that's pickleball courts, maybe it's a horse riding trail, I don't know, but I'd like for somebody to be able to come in here and offer advice to us on what the options are for that
Yeah.
land, so that we can have something next spring to take back to the board of supervisors. That's the idea.
A couple of tunnels that we saw, to your point, we just learned this today, Mr. McKenzie brought up to my attention, there's a place on the VEDP website where you can list these properties, when it's appropriate, when we're ready to do that, so that other potential folks can look at those and say, hey, I have an interest, I'm gonna take a look at it, as one. And then also the folks at the
Wait, who's the we in that scenario? Because I'm not aware that we, the EDC, are putting up any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
yeah, I didn't wrote them, yeah. And yeah. And then the other part was the discussion, I forget her name today. Yeah, she had mentioned that they could give us this little packet that shows, here's our list of the top things that you can do for revitalization, and we could attach it on the right-hand side of our advertising brochure that we have too. Now, getting that out to other people, that's what we got to figure out as well too. But those are 2 different
The
initial
top things we can do for revitalization, like, what is it?
topics, top set of revitalization restoration projects that seem to succeed.
Oh, okay, then we would just have to find people that would want to own those and do them.
Correct.
Okay, I understand. This goes along with our, hey, come on down here, we've got property, we've got people, we've got this, and here's the, okay, I get it.
Correct.
Thank you.
And we have to make it also known that we don't hand out grants, because just like the gentleman that wanted to do the project in Callio, he was contacting each one, trying to find grant funds, from us, from the county. And we have to let these people know that, we don't have access to that.
No,
Not at all.
and I mean, sometimes
He
we
met, he
we don't even have
contacted
full
me several
list.
times, he talked to Bob, several times, and he wanted grant funding.
And the only thing we can do is try to be a broker for what we know, right? The list that you generously created, we've got that list. I mean, and again, it's no guarantee that you'll get them, but here you can apply for them.
So I do recall a comment, you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but at the meeting that I was the only one in attendance to, I recall Jimmy Brand suggesting to the board, and I'm not 100% sure whether or not they voted on it, but when the county sells one of its properties, that they want the proceeds to go into a
Yeah,
fund.
Melissa was there too.
Right,
Yeah,
so
no, that's at the board.
we don't today, but we may have something,
But that's why I want the property sold.
right,
That's exactly why I want the property. And we would, no, this wouldn't be for us to give grants.
not for us,
It would,
county.
no, it would be for, if you read what it is it's for matching. So that if we apply for a grant and there needs to be a match, we
We've
would
got the
already
funds for
have,
the
right, so
We've got
it's
the
kind of like
fund
a,
sales.
Right.
I call it a kitty, right, but it's the reserve fund, if you will, for matching grants for economic development. So
Right.
that's the fund that's gonna be created once these properties get sold, the money's supposed to go into that fund.
Mhm.
And that's why, so yeah, no, we wouldn't be giving out grants for that, it would be just for matching purposes. Oh, God, no, we don't have the ability to that grants, oh, my God. So those are the current projects I think we've got going on. I thought there was one more and I can't remember, so I guess,
We have the community, block grant. I don't know the status of that, what's going on now for the Lankin Talent Project.
Yeah, I know, I mean, the last update we've had, they've been, yeah, everything's pretty much on hold because of.
okay.
Okay.
I don't think any new business.
The only thing to put in there is, I'm sorry,
I was just saying, no, nothing.
just on an administrative note, I'll be out next month, November 12th through 20 November. And we have our upcoming EDC meeting November 18th, and the follow-on meeting is December 16th.
All right, so you're gonna be out for our next meeting.
Correct.
Okay. For the December meeting, traditionally, we don't meet in December, so let's take that one off the calendar. Because that'll fall, I think, like 2 days before the Christmas weekend. So we'll take that one off.
If Dan is available for the November the 18th, then we will have a forum, correct?
I'll be here in November.
Okay,
Will you be here?
yeah,
I'm not part of your quorum.
Okay.
okay, okay.
So we'll just need to manage.
To remove the December 16th, is it required to,
Just vote. I would say just have a vote, just.
All right, I will entertain a motion to not meet in December.
So moved.
I second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. And I think one of the things, if we do have any of the Board of Supervisors that asks, what we're doing for economic development, I think it's always good to be able to say what we're doing, right? Because we are a commissioner of the board. So we've got the NNK 250 that we're trying to engage with. We've got the properties that we're trying to sell.
Yeah.
For specific pieces, I don't know that got any specific plans, but the idea that we've got a list of grants that, we're available, I'd like to make that available on our website if we can. And the fact that we're researching where to best share information. And then, because, we did great with the impressions we got for the ads that went out. We've got the Deuce to Eat. We're starting to do the analytics on the site. I think a good outreach would be for us to reach out directly to the Virginia Chamber and see or the Virginia Economic Development Commission to see what they recommend in terms of outreach venues for businesses. Like where do businesses, when they're thinking about this kind of stuff, let's get some advice from some of those folks and see what they can offer us. Okay. All right. And we don't have any citizens here for engagement.
Can I back up to your last comment?
No, is that a question?
Mhm.
Yes, you may.
Should we add the Office Association because they may be able to keep contact with.
I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, should we, because what I don't want to do is get into the Virginia Realtors and the Virginia Small Business Association.
And then they're gonna.
Right, then it's
One
like
finance
everybody,
Yeah.
we don't have the capacity, so if what I'm hoping is that either the chamber can advise us, or they've got a clearinghouse, or they've got a way that we can connect and put stuff out that isn't us doing every single one, because I don't know how we manage that, Drew.
I'm just asking questions. I'm not-
Yeah, I just don't know how we manage it. So, yeah, because we could think of a list of a whole bunch of them, but
Yeah.
again, then that's us doing it and not
Mhm.
getting some help. Okay. All right. If there's no other business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn at 6:29.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you.